Hey guys, thank you all for joining. It is Wednesday, November 4th. As you can see, I am not in the storage room. Got a little bit of a different setup going here. Storage room it was pretty dark in there. Very, very hard to get the correct light. So I am in my basement. You can see Jerry Garcia. I'm gonna do a quick video here on some things that have just sold today. That I'm gonna go ahead and get packed up this evening. And then I'm going to go through some ways of earning your eBay buyer's trust. Um, and I think that's a very, very important part of reselling is making people feel comfortable, purchasing from you. So I'm going to go over a couple different ways that I like to do that, and actually go through a little bit of a live demo for another way of earning buyer's trusts. So before we get into that, let's see what has sold. So here we've got the Westinghouse turkey roaster, right in time for Turkey Day. Paid $10 for this. It's been probably about a month or two that I've had this one. So I did end up taking an offer of $80 for this one plus shipping. Kind of big, but shouldn't be too terrible. All right, so up next we've got this Blazers hat. I believe I paid $2 for this guy. This is a logo athletic. Yep, logo athletic on this one. This one sold for $12. Here we actually have not a resale purchase. I bought this for my son a few Christmases ago, and he is now tired of it. He was going to give it to our younger two kids, but they would have just destroyed it. So I went ahead and just put this back out there. This is the 2DS XL. It's got the Mario Kart included. It also had a couple of games with it as well, and I threw in this Game Boy Advance case that I've had lying around for the longest time. This ended up selling for $157.50. So pretty close to what I paid for it initially, outside of the additional games, but overall not too bad at all. This guy here, this is from the game lot. That's from the game lot that we recently purchased here. This is the Action Replay DS. I've never seen this before and would have probably never thought to actually look at it. But this little guy here with the cable sold for $55. So if you're looking through bins of video game stuff and you see this line in there, it's probably going to be cheap and you can make some decent profit on it. And and last we've got this. This is the last Electrolux. So I bought two of these a while back. The first one sold about a month ago. This one finally sold. I believe I paid $15 for this one, and I just took an offer of $68 on that one plus shipping. So glad to see some of these big things kind of getting out of here because taking up room. All right, so that is it for what sold. So I'm going to go ahead and get these things packed up. Then we're going to go ahead and talk about how we earn buyers' trust. All right, so let's talk about how we earn eBay buyers' trust. One of the sure-fast ways to do that is to have a 100% rating on your eBay store. And I think if you watch any of the other YouTubers out there that are doing, any of the other reselling YouTubers, I think almost all of them have 100% on their YouTube, or I think almost all of them have 100% on their eBay. It's a very good number to have. Obviously, if you've got 5 people selling the same thing, and you've got one person at 100%, and you've got 2 or 3 that are at 95, more often than not, someone's going to pick the 100% person to go with. So how do you get there, right? It's really not that difficult. You just make sure you list accurately, descriptively, have good pictures, ship fast, and ship safely. And if you do that consistently, you'd have no problem getting to that 100%, which is something that we all, as resellers, definitely all strive to keep up. So to take that a step further, though, I'm going to go into just two things, just two different types of items, and how I test those and how I work to gain the buyer's trust with that item prior to them buying it. One of the first items is DVD VCR players. Those things they still sell very well. The right brands will sell extremely well. The problem with them is they can be very finicky, and you got to make sure everything is working. So when I do those, so when I have this type of listing, so first things with my pictures for those, I'm going to have a picture of the setting being at DVD, and then I'll have an image of the screen showing that DVD running. And I'll do the same thing for the VCR as well. Now to take that even a step further, another thing that I will do is I'll just make a really quick YouTube video just documenting my testing process, right? So it's nothing extra. I have to test it anyway, so I just kind of document that, and then you can throw that out. You can throw that link into your listing, and that gives the buyers another sense of comfortability with buying your item. So I like to do that. And you're probably wondering why I'm holding a guitar. So the other thing, as you may have seen in my last video, I picked up a free Fender amp. Now luckily I play guitar. I have guitars, so it's very easy for me to test things like that. So just in that same vein with the DVD players, I will create a YouTube video going through testing this amp here. And it's a pretty cool little amp, and it does seem to work. Now, so the thing is, as soon as I turn that on, so as soon as I turn that on, I can hear some fuzz and some static in there. I don't know exactly what that is, and obviously I could explain that in the listing, but being able to hear that for a potential buyer is something I think is very beneficial. So again, just something just like this. I will create a little video. I'll play around with this. I'll mess around with the knobs here, just to give them a sense of everything that it's doing. So that way they can make their decision. Like, you can definitely hear that. You hear that buzz coming out of there. And someone might know exactly what that is, and they may know how to get in there, to fix that and make it better. It may be a pedal that you need. I mean, it could be my guitar that is not playing well with it. But that's the beauty of being able to do something like this. You give the buyers everything they need to be able to make a good informed decision, and you're being upfront and honest, which is definitely the key. All right, I think that is it for today's video. Appreciate you guys watching. Please leave me any feedback, comments below. I really do appreciate that. And until next time, stay curious.